Good morning and welcome to another Sunday. It's Sunday of August already. It's hard to believe the summer has gone so fast. And I'm really hoping that this particular video will go up way sooner than the other one. I started posting Sunday's video right after I did it on Sunday afternoon. It did not upload to my YouTube channel until Wednesday morning. That's how bad the internet is here in this apartment. So if you guys have any ideas on something better to use, that because this apartment complex only goes, it's not Cox, it's the other one, CenturyLink in it. So if you guys have any other ideas on service providers that work way better than CenturyLink, let me know in the comments because this needs help getting these videos out and it's taken too long. So I hope your last week of July was calm and quiet. We're going into the last month, technically summer, before school starts, and I think school even starts earlier than it did when I was a kid. It usually didn't start until Labor Day when I was a kid. But who knows anymore? Some kids have to go back to school like the first or second week of August. I didn't have to, which was kind of nice. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you find what you're looking for. And if there's something that you would like to see, because I am going to be uploading more videos because I found a lot that's very close to me. So until I can get better internet service here, I'm going to start recording the videos and then just taking a day and go to the library and uploading them and scheduling them so that they go out at different times. And I also found a way to get my thesis and dissertation transcribed so that it makes more sense than just a educational document. So we're going to turn into some short videos, and then eventually it's going to be each one is going to be put into like a short book. One of them is on how dreams heal your life, and then the dissertation was on spiritual healing from a Native American perspective, which was a very interesting paper to write. So, and part you will see I have a video, and maybe I can get it linked to this one, because after I had graduated, I went back several years later and actually did a talk on part of my dissertation. So I'll link that if I can figure out how to do that with this new computer. All these new things. If you're a returning viewer, you're sticking with me through all the hiccup and everything else, but we are going forward irregardless. Hopefully Starry doesn't have link and get them uploaded a heck of a lot quicker. And on that note, this week's reading for the collective came from the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Linn. Oh, let's put it in there so you can see it. I love having access to all my cards again. When I got them out of storage, it was like, woohoo! So that's a good feeling. So we had 3 cards, and as always, I asked, what is it that is important for the collective to know? Just me, but the collective, the soul being. So it goes out and gathers information from all the guides out there that help humanity. to find out what might people be needing to focus on. So this week, we got 3 cards. The first one is the Standing Stones, and it's about passage. Second card is kind of cool looking. It's called Starry Night, and it is about acceptance. Let's pull it back so you can see better. So that's kind of a cool card. And then the third card was the Nymph, and that is about beauty. Got the full moon in there, the 3 wood nymphs playing in the water. One has a wreath around her head. Let's see what these cards. And the one, literally this one, the first one, jumped right out when I was shuffling. So we know that one's really important and it was not going to get missed. So let's see what these cards have to. Let me put these on so I can read what I'm seeing. So again, it's the Standing Stones. Passage. As you walk, you come across large vertical stones standing in a circle in the center of the sacred forest. You know that inside this sacred ring is to be undertaken lightly. It is an act of power. With solemn grace you and immediately you feel a shift occur within you. It's as the floodgates of your soul opened and there is a download of cosmic information occurring in you. Many people, or many believe, I'm adding words, standing stones are that allows one to embark on spiritual journeys from one realm to the other. They can also mark the transition from one stage of life to another. Remember that although life changes, you are eternal. Celebrate all the transitions in your life and you'll experience profound harmony. A voyage of the heart and soul is ahead. The journey may be spiritual or physical in nature. In either case, it is a kind of sacred pilgrimage. Have courage. A great ship can stay safe in the harbor, but that is not what great ships are made for. Be willing to unfurl your sails and set to the open seas. The seas might be rough and the wind strong, but you are safe and protected. The circle of stones takes you exactly where you need to go. Since the earliest days of humanity, standing stones have been created as places of ceremonies, as a way to honor the divine. Archaeologists have found some that date back to 4000 BCE. Neolithic people didn't have written language, yet art and stone circles, sometimes oval or horseshoe shaped, suggest that they held religious rituals at these ceremonial meetings. And of course, the biggest standing stones is Stonehenge. And it's still a mystery today on what it was actually used for, what it is, and if it's still being used for the same purpose. But the spirit, the standing stones say, a sacred journey is ahead. Deeper meaning is waiting to be discovered. You are safe. So get onto that boat and go out to sea what's there. You might be surprised where your journey might lead you. So that is the Standing Stones. The second card of the Starry Night is about acceptance. Through the pine boughs, 1,000 stars shine brightly overhead. In the stillness of the night, you hear the soft songs. each star with its own melody, all notes coming together as one glorious song. You feel your spirit rise as the canticle of the cosmos showers down upon you. You know there's a place on the planet that is unique and remarkable, allowing of the Creator to cascade into your being. You are so very worthy of this grace and so much more. Embrace all parts of yourself, except your majesty. There are times when it's challenging to accept yourself just as you are. When you don't honor all parts of yourself, you are denying yourself a full experience of life. There are no wrong experiences. Each one allows you to grow as a spiritual being. And you have to remember that even if you believe you've gone off the wrong direction, your guides will always pull you back to center. And then you might down the road go off in another direction. That's the way of the human. But your guides will always draw you back to center. And each time you go off, and you always learn something and you bring it back to center. So some people say that they can never accept the dark deeds that have been done on the planet. There is no need to do so. Something is wrong. In order to bring more light into the world, you must first accept yourself in all of your permeations. Because as souls, even me, because I've seen some of the souls that I have been, the nations I have had, they weren't so pretty. And we've all been there. As young souls, when we're learning to navigate in a human body, we do some things that we are probably not proud of even as humans, but we learn from the experience, and you need to accept that as part of who and what you are as a soul. Next incarnation, you might have an even better life, or maybe there's still some growth that needs to happen, and you need to experience something that you thought you had already healed. Doesn't make it wrong. The only thing wrong or sin is to harm another living being, and then there will be karmic repercussion. And we don't have to wait anymore in the next lifetime. Heck, they're coming back at you in a day, in a week, maybe a month if you're lucky, even a year. But they're not waiting until the next lifetime. So always remember, love is always there. That's why I always stress, walk in beauty, walk the sacred path of love. That's what walking in beauty is. That's the Navajo ceremony, is to put them right again, whether it's a family, a person, it's getting back onto the beauty, which is what love is. So, as there's no, some things are just wrong, and that is the big one. Is like, do no harm, period. And it's not humans; it's to all beings. Do no harm. However, in order to bring more light into your world, you must first accept yourself in all your permeations. So you need to accept that you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Bearheart isn't perfect, although he likes to think he is, and he tells me all the time as he's sleeping right now. But we're not perfect, and you need to accept that. So what in yourself runs your life. The more you accept yourself, the more fulfillment and life force energy you will have. So the spirit of Starry Night says, embrace your inner majesty. Accept your life in all of its configurations. Every moment has profound value, even if it doesn't seem. Forgive yourself and others and accept all that life has provided, and harmony will ensue. So again, that's the starry night. She's off looking up to the sky. So, our last card is the wood nymphs. About beauty. Looking fragile, delicate, and luminescent, 3 wood nymphs, sometimes called forest queens, are stretched out in the moss at the base of a tree. Bathing in the moonlight, their flowing gossamer gowns sparkle and shimmer, seemingly made out of light. Their dreams and visions, translucent and diaphanous, waver in the air above them. Just so you can see what they're talking about. So radiant, glorious beauty is growing within you. Let beauty be your North Star to guide you. What feels as well as what looks lovely will sustain and nourish you. Your ability, inner depths around you, is in direct correlation with a remarkable, sumptuous life. Create harmony and peace within your home, even doing so in small ways, such as of flowers. And it doesn't matter if they're real or artificial. It will brighten up surroundings and put a smile on your face. I know I brought some in, blue ones, but it helps uplift the energy. You can light a scented candle or have a scented bath. That's even better. Put some essential in it. It can make a difference. Relax and surround yourself with comfort. The more you acknowledge beauty in your environment and in yourself and in others, the more it will fill your life. You are truly and utterly gorgeous and lovable. As you nourish yourself, the luminescence around you will grow. The nymphs of ancient Greek folklore are beautiful supernatural beings of the forest. Their appearance here symbolizes that your own, both inner and outer, is growing. There are many accounts of travelers walking through a forest and seeing wood nymphs, bathing in the sunlight in a grotto, or next to a stream, or singing or dancing. Follow the example of nymphs. Relax. Spend time in nature. Sing and dance with joy. What do the wood nymphs say? Remarkable beauty is growing within you. Be aware of the beauty that is around you, and splendor will expand in your life. Create beauty in your home, even in the smallest of ways, and an inner grace will radiate out from you. So that's kind of a pretty cool message for this week, starting that first week of August here. Again, we have the standing stones, sacred space, nature. And if you think about it, a lot of these standing circular stones like that can act as a portal to a different realm. Go find one and meditate. You might be surprised on where you go. And then when you come back, make sure you write it down so that you remember your experience. The second card was Starry Night. Acceptance. Not of just yourself, but your surroundings, the people around you, your circumstances, the more you accept your responsibility and what your life looks like, the stronger the ability is that you have to change it. But do so in love and patience and compassion. And then again, the wood nymphs, beauty all around us. That's part of the beauty way. It's part of where the path of beauty comes from. Beauty in front of us, beauty behind us, beauty to the side of us, beauty above us, beauty below us. Walk the sacred path of beauty. Go out in nature. Find a tree that really you're to. Ask if you can hug it. Don't be too surprised if it says no, because there are some trees that don't like to be hugged by humans. But most of the time they will say yes. And then the chakra in the tree, because all trees have one chakra, and it moves up and down the tree. And if it gives you permission to hug it, that chakra will come down and meet you at your heart chakra, and you really can feel the energy coming straight out of that tree into your heart. It is a phenomenal feeling, but it helps you ground it. And always remember, if you are going to go on a walk in the woods or in the desert, depending on where you live, do it as a sacred walk. And by that, and it's something Serge had taught all of us years ago when we were taking his shamanic classes. You stand at the beginning of the trail. You put your hands in front of your heart in a prayer position. You ask the spirits of nature to please make this a sacred walk so that you may see and hear and feel everything around you, that you can hear your guides more clearly, the power animals more clearly, or any of the animals. Then you bring your hands up this way, and you bring your arms down and around. And then when you're ready, you actually walk through that sacred door you just opened. And then when you come back, you come out back the same way, and then you turn around and you start again, prayer position. You take your hands down and bring them up, and then bring the energy down, and it closes the sacred space. And then you're free to leave. So that's just another little tidbit of shamanic wisdom. But again, it brings you back to walk a path of beauty. Walk a sacred path in everything you do. So that's the reading for this week of August through, I think it's the 8th. I hope you have a very enjoyable first week of August. And like I said, hopefully we'll get more of the videos up as I record them, then go to the library so I can upload them onto YouTube and get them out there quicker. Are still stuck in La La Land because the here is so bad. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the bell notification to be notified of future videos coming out. And I will see you all next week. Then, bye for now, and walk in beauty. Always walk the sacred path of beauty. Always.